Joshua Clottey.
Puerto Rico.
No matter what.
And what a show they got.
I'm back and I'm ready to beat anyone in my division.
Last July, and his perfect record and welterweight dominance. And once the bell sounded against Margarito, Cotto looked as focused as ever. Miguel Cotto looks very sharp, very quick in the early going.
Cotto is winning the fight, but he's going to have to be prepared to go 12 rounds, and that's going to be very, very difficult.
Our arms get tired and he take advantage of that. Since round 6, 7, you can see that.
Cotto goes to a knee. An epic fight. 6 months later, the boxing world was shocked when Margarito was caught trying to use illegal hand wraps in his fight against Shane Mosley. The week after Margarito's 1-year suspension, Cotto stepped back into the ring for a comeback fight. The only visible change in the fighter was an assortment of new tattoos. Is now headed by Joe Santiago, a former assistant to Evangelista, now given the responsibility of training one of the world's top boxers.
I'm from Ghana.
The heavier punches of Clottey starting to wear on.
For me to win the fight for my country, I'm going to put a lot of pressure because that's the only way that I can get him.
Clottey letting his hands go.
I'm going to do everything I can to win because...
Meeting with Miguel Cotto yesterday in response to a question about the breakup with his uncle. He began talking about his love and devotion for his father. As he did so, his father, from 30 feet across the room, stepped through a crowd of men, boxing men in the room. And he moved to the sofa where he sat and embraced his son, and together the two of them sat in front of a dozen or more men, hugging each other, weeping openly in a graphic demonstration of true, honest man. Antonio Margarito 11 months ago. Much has changed in Miguel and Joe Santiago. Joshua Clottey comes off the biggest victory of his career, a 9-round technical decision over Zab Judah. Clottey appeared to cut Judah with an uppercut, but it was ruled an accidental headbutt. They went to the scorecards, and Clottey won the loaded welterweight division, who do not have belts in this division. Advantage over Clottey. Biggest money fighter in the sport.
Former IBF welterweight champion of the world, defending WBO welterweight champion of the world.
The fights.
Yeah.
There's.
But I thought that it would be...
They have more than...
Cotto flashed the jab fight.
Timing exactly. Seems to come at exact... Very selective in his punching here.
Really clear, decisive punch.
Know how to block body punches. Cotto blocking. Corners. You'll be listening to new trainer, Joe Santiago. And in Clottey's corner, and down goes.
We see Cotto land, which was just a solid, powerful left jab, as I see it, but it just caught it good.
Great call, Max. A knockdown on a jab. And again,
I think the body position.
So that's a not exactly.
When Clottey punches, you notice he kind of...
Still operating behind. 1 minute, picking up the action. For some right hand kick.
That knockdown away.
40 punches thrown per round.
But he's the biggest.
Mostly to punch count. Against Zab Judah. Wobbled by DeMarcus Corley, back at 104. A connect percentage of 24%. Clottey gets to Cotto.
And Clottey's going right through the center with his jab. Cotto take his right hand. When he does do it, it's been effective. Miguel's biggest shot, because, as I said,
Clottey is starting to find the range with the left uppercut. Loss for Cotto. Then running away.
But Clottey's defense he's won to me every part of the fight. To start, which he was doing himself.
Avoid going.
And Cotto got the worst of it, and the referee properly informed.
Our Harold Letterman won the Sam.
The fight gets stopped due to that accidental headbutt. Before the 4th round ends, it's a no round. They go to the scorecards. If the fight gets stopped, he won the Cotto.
Blood beginning to stream from Charlie. Had it stopped, but now Clottey has gotten it going again by landing a right hand. Clottey will respond in kind.
The urgency targets the body of Joshua Clottey.
And Clottey comes. Great combination by Clottey.
He's trying to fight back.
Good shot in the middle of that.
So you're not going to catch hurt him.
Out distance before.
Yeah, but not landed.
Hard right hand by Clottey.
Show some kind of discomfort there for a moment.
Good hand. Max is right. He can't see the right hand coming, so uppercut.
But the accuracy of the punches and the variety of punches that Clottey is doing is what's making it so difficult for Cotto to get out of the way. He's coming
around for him. So despite the fact that
and given that the cut and the way the rules operate is more.
You know, he has never taken and gotten
Margarito thing. In fact, painting Cotto. Cotto himself, watch his hands being wrapped. Miguel Cotto in.
No one wants to fight Joshua Clottey, let alone with a bad cut over his eye.
Suck it up. What happened? Your knee? Walk it off.
I don't know if you could call this a foul, Emmanuel. It's.
I'm giving you some time. You tried walking it off. Be a man. Be a champ now. Walk.
If Clottey cannot drive forward on that right hand, that would be a tremendous break from Miguel Cotto.
You know, the way that Clottey fights, which doesn't require a lot of footwork anyway, where I think it won't be as damaging. Here we can see which caused the throwdown, so to say. It is really hard to, look like he purposely threw him down, that he was behind on points. I could easily understand.
I don't
I think he was just trying to get rid of him.
But you heard between rounds, as Clottey told his corner, that he is in. Lowe just watches and notes confidence now.
Yeah.
Clottey is much less. Clottey's trapped in the corner. Cotto is undeterred. Cotto's not going to let him out of the trap. But the aggression is catching. Clottey's right hand is losing steam. Excellent uppercut by Cotto.
Right in the corner.
This is greatest ring generalship for nearly a full. Now finally.
He stays over there. He's going to be in trouble. But sooner or later, Miguel is shooting even through that tight.
Cotto of old has emerged
to quit, and they're both.
What a chin Cotto has.
Cornered in the corner, and dealing with these type situations, we've saw in the past that Cotto can deal with it.
Punches were powered around.
58 want to fight. When you get a fight, it's like just got wet on that corner. His feet came.
Cotto pawing at his eye. What a seesaw fight. But
he's coming in punching.
Advantages in there. But
those punches are hurting.
Lasting psychological effect it's had on Cotto.
Yeah, it's when Cotto seesaw fight. The 5th round was Clottey's. The 6th round was all Cotto. The 7th round.
And that's what Miguel has got. Straight right hand, which just was typical how he dominated the round with accurate pinpoint punches for the most part. And
this fight has been
in this fight.
Good little shots on the inside from Clottey.
Cotto in the attacking position again. But
very similar.
Just as was the case against Judah 2 years ago. In addition,
he doesn't do too much and loses his balance off.
Oh, Miguel Cotto can't see any right hands coming. Stop.
I think you're right.
Another right hand puts his glove up to try to stanch the bleeding. Fair at this moment. Stay away from that right hand. Remember, that cut was caused by an accidental butt. This is what will bring the crowd back.
Saying earlier, even though Miguel has been throwing a lot of punches, most of his punches are blocked for the most part by Clottey. And that's why you see Clottey comes back and shakes his head, goes, his defense has been extremely good.
Again, Emmanuel, many times in past, positive effects. Yeah. If you were to switch.
He got nothing to lose, as I'm concerned, because he can call it the leg problem that Clottey is.
I have a hunch that at the end.
Clottey hit him.
All the momentum
has been, for the most part, of Joshua.
One-sided for Cotto. So it's still reasonably close. One way. Cotto trying to rally down the stretch here in the ninth. Big shot here.
Cut problem he was having before, but he's still in this fight.
Most experts predicted from the beginning that it would, which will score the fight. They don't know what they're doing. Guys whose names you may not know in the 10th. No longer.
So one thing, a puncher can always get himself back into a fight with just one single blow.
He's trying to hunt and peck his way through the 10th round. Courageous.
There you go. That's the shot. You need to do that more often.
That's it. I'm amazed that Mercanti hasn't made him take it off, and now it falls off onto the canvas. Good left hook again by Cotto.
Only Margarita was a severe cut.
His feet, I think we can say he's.
I think he's did it all. Hit Clottey with punches. See that? Clottey? Well, I think he has no choice, but I think he should do everything.
Learned since leaving the Sydney Olympics in 2000. In 8 years as a professional.
And could have quit with a leg injury. We got
threatening to go away, but hanging in. Hangs in with the bad knee. Cotto hangs in through the cut. Kellerman hangs in.
So we got to push him back.
Fight on the table. More. At the beginning of a decision against Miguel Cotto. Clottey is throwing enough from Joshua's right glove.
There's going to be because he looks like the winner. And Arthur Mercanti Jr. is not letting Clottey use it as an excuse.
No, he turned his back.
Unquestionably, Cotto leads 3 seconds to go. One more big left hand by Cotto. A right hand on the chin, but it those sounds could continue. But they made it to the 12th round, where Cotto turned to throw a left hook. Clottey was momentarily turned away from him, holding Cotto's right arm.
Split decision from Caguas, Puerto Rico. Still WBO welterweight champion of the world.
You couldn't really complain badly.
Less, so he captured Joshua Clottey.